Okay, I'm working on this Pratt Whitney Model B 12 by 30, and I was having a lot of backlash on my crossfeed here, over 80 thousandths, or yeah, about that. Anyway, so I tightened this up, and I still get this screw. It's hard to do it holding the camera, but I could wiggle the screw back and forth, and you could see the screw moving just slightly back and forth in that nut, and then it still has like just about under 40 thousandths backlash. So, well, that's making a letter out of me. Yeah, there it is. See, that's at 240. And let's go all the way up to just under 40 thousandths and back. And it stops about right there. So, yeah, you can hear it too. Well, that's actually the engage in the crossfeed tightener. That's the screw you tighten so when you want to crossfeed. And then, anyway, so it's looking like it's about 37, 38 thousandths of backlash, and you can see it here when I turn the when I turn it. It's, well, that light's kind of messing it up. But there you can see how the screw. Let's see. See that? That's all the slop in the screw right there. Anyway, and then the other thing I found out, looks like this this nut right here. There we go. That nut right there locks down against that stud right there. This stud right here. This will lock down on that, and I think when you do that, it prevents this whole cross slide from going either this way or that way, depending on what side of the material you're cutting on. If you're cutting on this side, then you lock it and it won't make it go that way. And if you're cutting on that side and you lock it, it won't allow it to go that way. So basically you can hog a good piece of material without worrying about damaging your nut if you have this thing tightened up, because you're grinding with this thing locked on this rod. That's the only thing I could think of that makes sense for why that would be there. Because when you slide this, cross slide all the way out, I mean, this thing, it slides. This whole thing slides. This is normally captured with a nut right here that I have removed. But, so you can slide this all the way over, and it'll be, sticking in there like so. And I think what you do is you lock this nut right here onto this rod, and see how it moves nice and easy now. But if I tighten this up, it doesn't want to move. So that tells me that's a way to lock. That's how you lock the cross slide. And then the other thing I discovered, which I couldn't figure out, and I was like, I need to figure this out because I got a nice expensive taper on this taper attachment on this machine. I wanted to figure out how to use it. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to mess with the adjustments. So I figured, what the fuck? I got nothing to lose. I put the Allen wrench in there. I looked at where it was, and I loosened it. And then I tried to move this thing here. And where did that Allen wrench go? I'll show you real quick. Oh, there it is. So right now, if I grab this, I can't move it, right? But if I loosen this up, let me get this in here. Oh, that's the wrong fucking wrench. Damn it. That's this one. Alright. But if I loosen that up, now I can get this whole slide to slide, just like that. So, if this is sitting inside this taper attachment here, when this thing goes at an angle either way, this thing will move free with it. That was bugging me. I wanted to be able to figure out how to use that. Now I know how. So that's cool. But yeah, that's bugging me about that. That nut is all warped. The other thing I noticed, when I crank the handle, that thing has some wobble to it. It's hard to do that with me holding the camera and cranking it at the same time without shaking. Can y'all see that wobble? Fuck, I can't do it without moving the camera. Oh, anyway. So yeah, that's basically, I need a new nut and probably a new screw. Well, at least a new nut. That right there is what you tighten. And then there's a, I guess, that hole right there allows you to put oil, because this thing says oil on it. So you take that off and you have to oil that, I guess, daily, right? Put that in there. But then you always got to, I guess, blow it out with air to get all the chips out of there before you unscrew this, because otherwise you're just, you know, putting contamination and chips and shit down in there. That'll fuck it up. So, yeah. I'm getting to know my machine slowly but surely. We're getting there. Okay, that's it.